Hi, my name is Christine, and welcome to Battle in Faith Comics. The full but empty cross of Jesus, Holy Week. Jesus returns to Bethany and enters the temple. According to Mark's Gospel account, after Jesus' triumphal entry, he then entered Jerusalem and went to the temple and looked around, and then left the temple because it was late. He then headed for Bethany with the 12. The full but empty cross of Jesus, the takeaway. Here we see Jesus enter Jerusalem after his triumphal entry, and the first thing he does is go to the temple. Now, it does not say what he went to the temple to do, but because Jesus was a teacher and he was about doing his Father's will, one can assume he went there to preach for God's word. However, because it was late, there was no one to preach to. Thus, he left the temple and moved on to the next place, which was Bethany. So we can see as Christians, we can learn from this. I would say go anywhere and everywhere you can, share the gospel with as many people as you can. And if no one is there, then move on to the next place and do not stop trying to share the gospel. This was a brief summary of Mark 11, the empty but full cross of Jesus. The full but empty cross of Jesus, Holy Week. Jesus rights them wrong. According to Matthew's Gospel account, Jesus then enters the temple and drives out all who have defiled the temple by selling and trading in the temple, and healed those who came to him for healing, and the crowd that followed him into Jerusalem were crying out, "Hosannas to the Son of David!" And the chief priests, scribes, saw these wonderful things. They were angry and questioned Jesus about the crowd's response to Jesus, and he answers them back by quoting Isaiah 56:7. My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you make it a den of robbers. The takeaway. In this story, Jesus sees that the temple, which was meant for worship, being defiled by greedy, money-hungry people. This outrages Jesus so much that he turns over tables and grabs a whip to help drive the people out of the temple. Unfortunately, we see this today in some churches. Money-hungry people defiling our churches. They act like they are worshiping God, but really they are worshiping money. And one day Christ will return, and he will re-cleanse his Father's house again. First through persecution of the church and the rapture. We are also told that Jesus took the time to heal the sick, blind, and those who could not walk. God still heals people today through the Holy Spirit, and his word is still healing people spiritually. And yes, sometimes God does heal people, and sometimes God does physically heal people through answered prayers. Moreover, this story is again proof that Jesus Christ was and is the Son of God, and he came and fulfilled the prophecies that were told in the Old Testament written by the prophets. The full but empty cross of Jesus. This was a brief summary of Matthew 21:12 through 17. Thank you for watching. If you would like to continue to support this channel, please support by giving it a like, leaving a comment, or subscribing, or even sharing the video. Thank you, and have a blessed day.